You guys have fun continuing to fish, and I will see you later.
Thanks so much.
Right,
Thanks
later.
for playing, dude. I'll talk to you later.
See you
Of
later.
course.
Have a
Thank
good night.
You too.
Alright, fellas, now we can talk about how much we don't like women.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have a problem with them.
Don't you lie to me, dude. You hate women more than most of us.
Can't
Just
do-
the
I
other
just
day,
can't seem to keep them
and
long.
Twitch chat, I don't mean to get the man canceled, but the other day he was talking about, dude, I don't think women can do anything right. I disagree. I'm a big fan of Chaperone. I think women are nice. They're good people.
Chaperone's fucking dope. I like that whole fucking Grammy performance, and I hate the Grammys. I feel like the people let the right person win the award in that subject.
Dude, I can't believe what Kanye did at the Grammys.
Was it this year?
Yeah.
What did he do this year?
Oh.
I really don't know. I just watched Chaperone's performance on TikTok.
I don't even... Okay, so here's what he did. He's got a new wife. I don't really know who she is or anything, but she looks just like Kim Kardashian, kind of, which is weird. They went to the Grammys, and they were wearing, like, these robes, like, big robes. And when they went on the red carpet, he made her, like, take hers off, and she was, like, naked under it. She had, like a what do you call it, like a skin suit or whatever, you know? But it was, like, completely see-through.
That's what I don't understand about.
And allegedly, like, they kicked him out afterwards, but it was crazy.
Well, like I said, I don't understand that stuff about rich and famous people. I mean, I get expressing yourself.
I don't think Kanye is like most famous people. They're weird, but he's like a different kind of weird. If I'm ever feeling down or sad, dude, I just look at his Twitter post and I just read them a few minutes and I remember that, like, oh yeah, this is really funny. I get to live in the same time as when Ye was on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, why are you in the well?
This is my seat.
Get out of there.
No.
Get out of there.
I like my well. It's nice and warm inside.
I got a glistening large toad.
Nice.
You guys have any gaming hot takes, dude? Any crazy opinions that no one else agrees with? Jacob, why are you so dang big? No
Not that
offense.
I know of. I made myself big.
Oh. Jacob, I know what your gaming hot take is, dude. That you should never
What's
play
that?
any like mainstream games and only play games that have like 15 players.
Yeah. Yeah. All the mainstream games kind of suck nowadays.
No, it's not true. Mario Wonder was good.
I'll be completely honest. This might be my hottest take.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a huge fan of either Mario or Pokemon.
Yeah, that's not a hot take. You're just wrong, actually.
Oh, really?
Both are great. I mean, Pokemon's fallen off, but like it used to be the pinnacle of video games.
I don't feel wrong.
Oh well, you know. I bet most people who are wrong don't, but it doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried a Mario game?
I've played all sorts of Mario games. I'm just not a huge fan of them.
But you play like
it's not like I dislike them. I'd rather play other stuff.
fair enough. But so like, do you play like regular Mario games, or are you talking about like Mario Party, Mario Kart?
Mario Party is actually not bad. Mario Kart's not bad.
Okay, you just
I
don't like
haven't
the main
really
ones.
Yeah, I haven't really played many of the main ones.
Mario Wonder's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game. It wasn't perfect. Like, it had some moments that were like, oh, that's kind of frustrating or whatever. Like I would say, like, not ideal game design levels, but like mostly it was really good.
Yeah.
But I think Sonic's better than Mario. That might be a hot take. I don't think so. I think that's kind of a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
Sonic's
Blake,
better than
look
Mario.
at this.
What is that? Oh my!
This is
Axolotl!
Dude, I can't even
an
get
alpha
one of them.
large. This thing is so impressive. It's an alpha
Just change it
and
back
it's
to mine.
large.
You can change it and do it back and
I
forth.
just want one axolotl.
Dude, this thing costs $3,500.
Must be nice.
It's great, actually. Thanks for noticing.
I just want some. I just want like 1 or 2 axolotls, dude. And I think I could be happy.
You just want one of these bad boys right here, right?
Yeah, dude. I don't. It's not even. So like, I don't care about like the axolotls. I just want the hat. I want that pink cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I keep falling on that dang mushroom, bro.
I've been grinding this account and I finally got the golden hook and those gilded worms. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not real fond of the golden hook.
I'm using the I don't
Yeah,
know about the
most
golden
people
one.
aren't.
Which one?
I
I'm
use
using
the
the
golden
attractive one.
Blake, you see my hat I've got on now?
The crown. I
Not
have the
really a
crown.
hat. You have the crown?
Yeah.
How do you even get that?
I have no idea.
What about this?
No, that's nice. That's fancy.
You have to actually go metal detecting to get this.
I haven't even begun to do that.
You gotta go to the gambling house and buy a metal detector.
I don't even remember where that's at, dude. I just don't go over there. It's not for me. I will eventually.
Way back behind spawn.
Maybe after I catch every fish.
Yeah. You can get some cool stuff by metal
What's your
detecting.
journal looking like?
I'm missing 1 freshwater. I'm missing 2 saltwater, and I'm missing 3 rainfish.
You see my metal detector? This is how you get this hat.
That's nice, dude.
Hey, go to your on the stream. Go to your miscellaneous tab on your fish.
Okay.
All right, so I'm missing the top right one on the miscellaneous.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what it is. I've finished the saltwater. The hardest one, the 2 hardest for me to get were the colon cath or whatever, and the golden manta ray.
That's the 2 I don't have, I believe. Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what the ones you're missing are?
On the freshwater, what is the 4th row down, 3rd row over from the left?
4th down.
Yeah,
3rd
it's
row
right
on
to
the
the
left.
right. It's the right side of the gar and right below the crayfish.
It's the golden bass.
Oh, well, makes sense.
That one's really rare. I just got every single freshwater fish in normal rarity because I just pulled a golden bass of normal quality normal rarity out of my bucket.
Nice. Dude, my buckets are slacking tonight. They haven't given me anything.
Now all I'm missing is, let's see, the golden ray and normal, and the helicoprion in normal, and then I'll have everything in normal.
Do you get something for doing that, like achievement or something?
You get a special rod. I'm not sure about anything else. You might.
I got the only special rod I'll ever need, bro.
Yeah. Do you
Bro,
see the rod
electric
I pulled?
lady is just standing behind us.
Yeah, it's kind of
Hasn't moved a muscle.
it's kind of creepy.
They've been there for ages. You see the rod that I have, Blake?
Yeah, one
Just-
second. It's like kind of like ours, but not see-through a little.
Yeah, this is the rod that you get for getting every fish at least once.
Yeah, they
the
can keep
traveler's
that.
rod.
I'm keeping my ghost rod. Alright, you know what, Chris? I've been meaning to ask you this, right? And you don't have to answer, you feel free, brother.
Mhm.
But, you know, I think it's fair to say you're a connoisseur of conspiracy theories.
Oh, hell yeah.
You heard any good ones recently?
A few.
Alright, let's hear them, brother. I've been out of the loop.
I was watching a recent episode of the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking to the guy that owns the land in Alaska, where they have all like they have bones like mammoth bones they found.
Oh, I've heard
I,
about
I
that.
just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
ton of bones. I think they call it the boneyard
I've heard
or
about that.
whatever.
Yeah. Not the
And
theory, but I've heard about the place.
so while he was on the podcast, they kind of did like a. I mean, they were just kind of shooting the shit more or less. It wasn't nothing. Like there was a purpose in the podcast, like for the guy to say things that he said, but it was more or less just talking, is what it felt like. And he was talking about the American Civil War and like the how America actually came to acquire Alaska from Russia,
Mm-hmm. For like
and it was something
$100 or
dealing.
something, right?
Yeah, it was
Wait,
ridiculously cheap.
well, uh,
You still there, Chris?
oh yeah, I'm here. I had to answer AJ. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Oh, that's right.
But no, so the guy was basically saying like during our Civil War, Russia came in and helped the North, or what was it, the Union back then? Like we were Confederacy and the Union, so helped the Union win. Russia got involved in our Civil War, like, and he was supposedly getting all this information from a major historian or something that wound up getting with him while he was in Alaska. The historian was from Alaska, but it was talking about Russia got involved in our Civil War, and in return, America was going to pay Russia, but we couldn't pay them just money because that would throw red flags to everybody.
Right.
Like, why is Russia helping? So, for us to be able to give them the money, they basically sold us Alaska because it was, in their mind, I guess, no good to them. Like, they weren't doing anything with it. So, he
Yeah.
sold us Alaska and that was the way. So, they got the money for helping us in the Civil War by selling us Alaska.
Suckers.
So, I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, that was kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, they couldn't do crap with Alaska. They originally got Alaska to do fur trading, but then they couldn't bring it back to mainland Russia because they had to travel through the super icy little strait between Alaska and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many years off they were.
And then after that they crossed that super icy strait. They had to cross all of Siberia before you could even get anywhere useful.
I wonder how many years off they were from discovering oil was important.
Another conspiracy theory I heard kind of dealt with oil, and I hadn't really dug into it, but there was a group of people that was coming out, and I don't really know who they are. I had kind of ran across it on TikTok, but it was like this group of people saying like, look, y'all been lied to. Oil is actually a renewable resource, and it's kind of like water on this planet. It just naturally spawns. But they've led you to believe that it is a non-renewable resource, and that it's eventually going to perish.
I have one rebuttal to that one. I can think of one rebuttal. If that were true and
I'm
America
listening.
knew it, dude, we'd be in a lot less hot water with a lot of countries.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Blake, look at what I caught.
Dude, I'm actually
Ain't
going
no
to push
way
into
you got
the
a
water.
third one.
An opulent small axolotl.
I just want
There
one,
ain't no
just
way.
one before I get off tonight.
Bro, let me take you over here to this other spot. Let's all go fish over here.
Alright. Let me go buy some
Treasure
more.
chest.
I'm gonna take you to my favorite spot in the entire game.
Do I have enough to... I might be
Red
able to upgrade
flannel.
my fishing stuff. 1 second.
Shrimp, 1 in a trillion.
This is not a krill. Alright, I'm coming. Where you at? Oh, there you are.
I'm right here. I'm right here at the drink machine.
I'm buying wine and super speeds.
Dude, I haven't checked on Twitch yet in a while. How are you guys doing? You guys doing good over there?
I think they died hours ago.
They've been kind of quiet, dude. No stickers. or anything.
No. All right, little stinkers is right up here. Hold on. Meow. Oh, I missed it. But anyway, you can come up the ramp to get to it.
We were above you the whole time. You like fishing next to the bone?
Yes. You can get so many. I've caught so many axolotls.
Man, this is what
Right
I
here.
need.
And look, nobody's over here, man. It's just a real peaceful spot.
Yeah, we're just chilling. I need to put my buckets down. I forgot. Forget you guys' buckets.
Ooh.
I don't need them.
That's a talk of a man who has too many axolotls.
Yep.
I got one.
I've only
Did you?
saved one. Nice. I've only ever saved one axolotl.
Bro, see, look at there. And that's a shining large axolotl that you caught?
Yes, sir.
See? I told you, bro. It's my spot, brother.
The
I've
axolotl.
caught a lot. I've caught a lot of rare fish over here.
Maybe we're doing it wrong.
I've caught two or three bull sharks from over here.
Look at this bad boy that I caught just a minute ago.
Nice, dude. What are you gonna name him?
I don't know. I have to think of it. Do you see those red sparkles coming off of him?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's because he's an alpha.
I think I'm gonna call mine Toes McGee.
He's the king of all axolotls.
Every stinking one of them.
Oh, hold on. We got some followers, dude. Lofi247 followed. Thank you so much for the follow. That was 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry if you're in there still. I'm sorry I missed it. I've been into fishing heavy. Alright, dude. I feel like this is an axolotl. I feel it. That's a glistening large frog, and it's as small as my pinky toe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Uh-oh. We got a 2,500 clicker here.
Good heavens. Can the treasury afford such expenses?
Look at that bull
That's
shark.
nice, dude. That's nice. What are you going to call him?
Sold.
So, dude, what's the kid's name in Bully? That's what you should call him.
The main character?
Yeah, who you play as?
I'm trying to think of what his name is.
I almost said Greg Heffley from fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I know that's not right.
Mm-hmm. Bro, have you watched this new show on HBO Max that's Common Side Effects?
No, what's it about?
Brother, I'm not going to say it's a conspiracy theory, but I do believe that they have to tell us the truth, and most of it is portrayed like what's really going on is actually portrayed in TV shows and stuff.
Oh, dude, I think some of that might be real. I'm actually in on that
I've
one with
seen
you.
clips of that stuff.
So like I don't everything that happens, like whether like not just in America but the world, like everything that's too good for coincidence, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will call them conspiracy theories and whatnot, but there comes a time where you have to sit back and think like, hey, this is a little more than a coincidence. Like it's
odd, yeah.
Yeah, how did I just watch this in a movie like 2 years ago and now it's happening almost verbatim?
Yeah.
Like that.
Where's Independence Day at?
Dude, I'll tell you the scariest one. I think it's on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called. If anyone in the Twitch chat remembers what this is called, who's seen it, let me know. And it's a movie directed by, I think it's directed by Barack Obama, if I'm not wrong. He's definitely part of it. I think he directed it. And it's about the end of the world. And that one's so scarily like, yeah, that could probably what's going to happen.
Is it the one with Julia Roberts?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Where like they were going, she was like they were going on vacation at the beginning of the
like an
movie. And they get out
Airbnb,
there.
and the guy who owns
Yeah,
it ends up.
and
Yeah.
that's I heard some pretty like I guess decent stuff about that.
Oh,
movie.
it's such a good movie, dude. You should watch it. I don't want to spoil it. There's a part, dude, and I called it. Me and Cynthia, my wife, we were watching it, dude. And there's a part, and I was like, "This is about to happen. Watch, this is about to happen," and it does. And I feel like a genius.
They but that common side effects show that I was telling you about again. There's something there. Like they whoever does all this stuff, like creates all these things that are going on.
Yeah.
They have to have some type of agreement where they're forced to put the truth out there.
Yeah. Jake, was that you?
And
Yeah, that was me.
Sorry, Chris. Go ahead. Jake was over here goofing off in Twitch shit.
oh, I got me one. But so the show, the common side effects, like they're like 30 or 45-minute episodes. It's a animated series.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so this guy kind of discovers a mushroom that can pretty much heal you from any ailment ever.
Right.
And the government and all the heads of the pharmaceutical industry is trying to kill this guy. And he's he's running, and as he's on the run, like he's trying to replicate the soil environment and the atmosphere that this mushroom has to be able or needs to have to be able to grow in.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way he's trying to help everybody. He's trying to be like, let me heal everything, trying to fix the world, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, see, you're messing with our profit margins, brother.
Oh, I believe that shit heavy. I believe that shit's very real.
Well, that's like, for years and years, they've had people that's come out and has made like the cars that run off of hydrogen where you can put like they've had people to where they wind up getting poisoned or some, oh, this so and so fell off of a 10-story building. Like,
Right.
what?
Like some guy be like,
how do
dude,
you
I made
all off of a 10-story building?
a car that runs on water. Like 3 people have invented cars that run on water, and all 3 of them have died the next day of like some kind of crazy event.
And so the one that a lot of people are trying to head for now is what they call 0-point energy, which is basically no energy to create energy. It's kind of odd, but
Yeah.
they so that conspiracy goes all the way back to like Nikola Tesla, and then you can tie it back into the pyramids and several different things that they're trying to. So Nikola Tesla apparently is the one that wound up, other than if that's what the pyramids were used for.
Dude, I'll die by this statement. I believe this in my soul. Thomas Edison is the worst human who ever existed.
Oh,
Well,
he's
he's the one
bad.
that
He was
pretty much
awful.
killed Nikola Tesla by not allowing him to, by stealing his shit, not
Yeah.
giving him the money that he deserved.
That's a hill I'll die on, dude. You people can bring up Mussolini and all these terrible people. I won't say some of them. I don't want to get banned on Twitch chat, but all these terrible people in history, I guarantee you Thomas Edison's worse.
What what Nikola Tesla could have done if he would have been given. I'm calling in a buy station if anybody needs it.
Okay, cool. I'll pick it up while you're putting it down. Whoa.
I just ran to one.
But I'll die on that hill with you because I fully believe that. I think Nikola
Be living
Tesla.
with free electricity right now if he didn't die.
Dude, Elon, he's
Yeah,
trying to
I mean,
pick it
well-
up, dude. He's picking up where my man left off.
There was a
Like
deal.
100 years ago.
There was a deal with Nikola Tesla supposedly after, because he went to work for Thomas Edison. He was working for him, and he was basically just better than Thomas Edison, and
Right.
he did everything he wanted, and Thomas was supposed to pay him some money, and he was like, yeah, that's not how this works in America, buddy. You can go back to Serbia if you want that. Matter of fact, I'm just going to steal your work and say I did it. So, see you later, you're fired.
Dude, you hear stories
So
like
he goes,
that? it's hard to think America's not the bad guy.
You know, well, it's kind of that's the way he did him. And after it was all said and done, Nikola Tesla finally, he just took it on the damn chin. Because I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
So he just took it on the chin. Lost that job, went to work for Westinghouse, and Westinghouse was going to. They made a deal, and I think he was going to get royalties off of his inventions, which would have ultimately been better in the long run because it would have been basically a passive income for a one-time ordeal for the rest of your life. And Westinghouse wound up getting bought out by I think J.P. Morgan.
The worst.
And J.P. Morgan came in, and this was probably during Nikola Tesla's making of the Wardcliffe Tower, the wireless electricity.
Yeah.
This was probably during all the experiments and trying to perfect it or get it to a stable point of use. And I think from what I understand, and I could be wrong on this, so don't quote me on it, but I want to say he kind of introduced all that to J.P. Morgan and was trying to get more funding from him to further work on the Wardcliffe coil and the tower and everything.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of, in a sense, let it slip that he was trying to give free electricity. He's like, I can help all these people. I can basically give a resource that is going to be needed extremely, like electricity. Everybody uses it for pretty much everything.
Right.
And he's like, I can give it to them for free. And J.P. Morgan was so heavily invested into the railways, the coal industry, pretty much everything that kept the economy running back then. And he was like, yeah, no, so here's how this is going to go. You're not going to slide in here and fuck up my profits, all right? So let's just go on and end that. Stopped funding him, and he wound up basically becoming homeless.
Yeah.
And then the scientific society had the audacity, at one point during everything that I told you, they had the audacity to say, look, we're going to give you the Nobel Prize, but you have to share it with Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Would not give it to him by himself. Like, I mean, they kind of really royally fucked my man Nikola Tesla. And I say, hold on. I say all that.
Cool
they,
story,
they kind of fucked him over. I don't know what kind of human being he was. He may have been just as bad as them, but the story's told in a different way. I don't know.
Yeah. Jacob's roasting.
I don't think he was. Do what?
Jacob keeps roasting you in Twitch chat. He keeps throwing up a sticker that says "Cool story, bro" over and over. I wasn't laughing at you.
I'm not gonna lie. Half of those were accidental.
Okay. Dude, I've heard a crazy theory about what the coil things you're talking about. Because they were going to be everywhere. Like these big, kind of like, not huge, but like these big little like structures all over the place. And basically, like, the world would be so different if that actually happened. Because they would interfere with, like, we wouldn't have cell phones because they would interfere with them. Like, we wouldn't be able to have cell phones because they would mess them up. So the world would be such a different place.
You got a lot of people out there that swear up and down the medieval times never occurred. Like, that was a made-up period of time.
How, dude? That's my favorite period of time. How is that possible?
Oh, I mean, I'm between me and you, and the Twitch. But it's one of my favorite periods of time as well. Like, so they have the Tartaria. So, like, let me put this into perspective because this is what blew my mind. The Yankee Stadium, the original New York Yankee Stadium, was built in, I think, 1923.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look it up to see. But so they had this guy that went in and basically broke everything down, the logistics side of it, the building materials, everything that would have been required to build this, like, and broke it down into weight. Like, how many tons of building material would have been used to build the New York Yankees facility, the original one from the 20s.
Right. I heard it even weighed half as much as Babe Ruth.
Jesus. So, with the way this guy was breaking all this stuff down, and it was a TikTok video. I'd have to go back to find it to send it to you, but I think I liked it. But they built that whole stadium in a year. Matter of fact, it was I think it was a little over 365 days.
Yeah.
They built that entire stadium. And now, granted, you have to take into account this was a time before machinery. They were still using horse and buggies. Like, I mean, they had, I'm not going to say primitive tools. They had tools of the 1920s. Like, there wasn't these big, huge cranes. There wasn't.
They built that stadium in the 20s?
Yeah, the original one.
Okay.
The original New York Yankee Stadium. They built it I think it was 23 or 27. It was one of the two.
Take a look at this. What am I looking at? Oh, a nice axolotl.
Yeah, I got another.
Sorry, you were saying they built it in the 1920s. Yeah.
I'm actually looking up. Yeah, so it was the home of the Yankees from 1923 to 2008. It was built in 1 year. And now they had cars and trucks and stuff, but it's the payload capacity that they could carry back then, and the amount of weight that was
mass manufactured.
Yeah, no, they weren't, not by any means. The majority of the cars back then, in the early 20s, were, you had to be rich for one to have one.
Yeah.
And other than just being rich, like, they were sedans. I mean, like 2 and 4 seater cars. They were just used for transporting of people, not material, for the most part.
Dude, not to go off on a separate tangent,
Yeah.
but real quick, I think my dream is to be so rich that I can get a street legal Model T.
You can do that easy. They're cheap.
They're cheap?
Dude, there were like millions made. There's still all sorts of Model Ts around.
Street
I mean,
legal?
it's probably really expensive to get a working one, but you can get a Model T pretty easy.
See, I want a street legal
I've
one.
heard.
Dude.
Now that might be a little harder. They're over 100 years old, the old ones.
You would have to get one if you wanted to make it to where you could ride on a road now comfortable. It would have to be you would have to just redo the whole car and keep the frame.
I'm not saying it has to be
those
comfortable.
Things only got up to like 40 miles per hour maximum. So.
Dude, I'm not planning on going too fast anyway. I want everyone to see my damn Model T.
I'm calling a portal bait station.
Let me get some of that. Hold on. Alright, brother. I'm ready.
Oh, hold on. Prop limit's reached. I gotta disappear something.
How do you guys feel about the Cybertruck?
I don't like the way it looks. I mean, as far as the...
So, I agree with you that it looks bad, and I still want one, and I'll tell you why. Because even though I do think it's kind of off-putting, everyone will notice it, dude. You'll be the talk of the town. Like, everyone's going to stop and look at your car. Because how many times have you seen a Cybertruck and not looked at it?
Every time.
You don't look at it?
No, every time I look at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, they're eye-catching.
I think I found it right here. Or I found it one of the videos.
But I have heard people say they're not good, and that's kind of like, I wouldn't want a bad car, obviously.
Yeah.
A Radiant Koi. Like, I obviously don't want a bad car.
I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure they're not the safest things to drive, saying as they're just like a tank on wheels.
Sounds pretty safe, dude.
No, I mean like no cushions on. You hit something and it's like you're hitting 2 brick walls against each other.
Mm.
And you're inside of one of the brick walls.
Don't crash it. I tell you what you never see, and I'd be the first person. You know how people get those funny like stickers on the back of their car? Like, let me merge or I'm going to crash out, stuff like that. Dude, I could be the first person to have a Cybertruck and funny stickers to go on the back of it. I know exactly.
Wait on the angle.
Dude, the tag I'm gonna get, the sticker I'm gonna get.
The original Yankee Stadium take.
I'm gonna get the Cybertruck and I'm gonna put a sticker on the back that says, "Don't blame me, I voted for Yay." Oh, here's a good question about theories, dude. What's everyone's like a conspiracy theory that you totally believe in? Like you're 100%.
Run that by me one more time.
Like a conspiracy theory that you 100% like you believe. Like, yep, this is real.
It's gonna be harder to find one that Chris doesn't believe in.
Well, yeah, but what's your craziest? Like, yeah, this is like bizarre. Or maybe the one you believe the most.
The craziest one that I've ever. When I say I can find parts of every conspiracy that I could see being believable,
but what's one that
I
you're
can
like,
also find parts.
This is true. Like, there's one that you're like, yeah, this is 100%. Like, I'm on this one.
All right. Well, this is a hot take, but the one that really sticks out to me the most is the Tartaria one.
Okay.
The Tartaria one, and it also bleeds into. Because I believe somewhere down the line they're linked together. It would be Tartaria, the pyramids, Antarctica, and is there something past the ice wall? I'm into the point I don't care if the Earth's flat or round. Like, I think that's irrelevant. Because either way, I mean, how is it going to change anybody's day-to-day life? If they were to come out tomorrow.
You guys still believe that the Earth is three-dimensional? Crazy.
I believe that we're three-dimensional beings and we can only perceive 3 dimensions because that's the dimension we're in. I believe there's more dimensions. We just aren't equipped with the senses to be able to perceive them.
Right.
We're living on the backside of a funny car sticker.
That's funny. That's a good theory. I'm in on that one.
You know, I mean, stuff like that it fits in. Like, I mean, it's one of those, like, you know, we're like smaller than a speck of sand in the sense of what the universe is.
Supposedly.
Yep.
You know, that's where it's always been hard for me to believe that if everything that we've ever been told is 100% true, everything that's out there, we're the only people in a universe that's infinite. You know what I mean?
Dude, this music I'm listening to right now goes really good with this conversation.
What are you listening to, Cardi B?
No, it's some in-game stuff.
Uh-oh.
It was good, though.
Jacob, do you have a theory you believe?
I don't really know that many conspiracy theories. I'd have to think on it for a while.
I'll tell you one I believe, and there's layers to it, I guess. Like, it's about the moon. So I'm not saying I don't necessarily believe we've not been to the moon, but I don't believe the moon footage is real. I think that most likely if we've been, and I don't even think we've been to the moon necessarily, but if we've been to the moon, that's not the real footage.
Have you watched the footage that they claimed was real?
Yeah.
Did you see the rocket ship leave?
No, I don't know about rocket. I didn't see the rocket leave. I've just seen them on the moon.
I don't think I've ever watched it fully all the way through, so I can't really weigh in on it. I know this for a fact, but I've heard that the rocket ship left. Like you could see it leave the moon, like take back off to. Granted, now I don't know. I haven't watched all the way through. I don't guess I ever really got that interested in that one. But I've heard that the rocket ship left, and if that's the case, that means the camera had to be left there to film the rocket ship leaving. So how'd the film footage get back to be processed?
Yeah, I've never even thought about that
edited.
one. So
you get what I'm saying? But
The biggest piece of evidence to me, and there's so much evidence, like evidence, but there's so much like stuff that you can look at. That's like that's kind of weird. That's kind of off, and all of that stuff may be like more like conclusive. But the one that sticks out to me is the fact that 2001: A Space Odyssey is older than that, and it like, oh come on now, dude. If we can make 2001: A Space Odyssey, we can fake the moon landing.
What was it? Was it Kubrick was supposedly the director?
Yeah, he made the Space Odyssey movie. He's the same director. Yeah.
I mean, it's awfully odd how back in the 90s the Red Hot Chili Peppers were also singing a song about it.
Oh, about how made in a Hollywood basement.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's awful weird how this conspiracy theory. Again, is it a coincidence that it's lasted as long as it has?
They know something. They know too much.
Well, and that's where I was talking about earlier, like with all this people uncovering corruption, and I don't believe it's just in America. I believe this is a worldwide thing, like where corruption's kind of. I think they've made it to the point to where they've tipped the scale to a degree that they can't balance it out fast enough. Mm-hmm. Like there's too many conspiracies out there, and like these are conspiracies that are people that have never questioned conspiracies. Like they're like, nah, this isn't. I don't believe in any of that. And people are starting to question things. Like, now hold on. Like what? How is this? And you know what? I'm gonna directly blame Joe Rogan, Sean Ryan, and a few other podcasters for bringing that. Like, I believe they were the ones that kind of had that sparked that, you know what I mean? Like, they were the initial spark that everybody kind of, oh crap, maybe this stuff is real. You know what I mean? Because Joe Rogan would allow people that beforehand the mainstream media would have never given the opportunity to come on their show and say what they have to say. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got an original conspiracy theory for you right now, dude. If after what Kanye did at the newest, like at the Grammys or whatever, dude, if they ever let him go to another event, why do we keep letting him go to shit? I'll tell you something I believe dude, that I've kind of self-discovered recently, right? Is that I think living in like a cold, like having your house really cold or living in a cold environment makes you healthier. Because like, okay, like I grew up in my house, it's always hot, it's humid, and I was sick all the time as a kid, dude. Even up until I like kind of moved out. Like a few years after I moved out, I started getting better, but like I was always sick. She's always sick. And now recently, like, well, not recently, I've been, out on my own for a while, but like ever since basically a few years after I moved out, I got a lot better. Like I don't have, like, I used to have bad nosebleeds. I don't have that anymore. My sinuses are better. I think, and this is just something like self-discovery, dude. I think that people who live in hot, humid, like keep their heat on all the time, make their house hot, it makes you like sicker for some reason. Like being in the cold makes you like better.
Dude,
absolutely.
That's not a what's it called?
A theory?
That's just straight up. Yeah, that's not a theory. That's straight fact.
Why did she live like that?
Hospitals are always ice cold.
Why did our mom live like that?
No.
And she's always complaining about being sick, dude. Just cure yourself. Everyone, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching so much. I had fun. This has been a great time. I had fun playing with everybody. I appreciate everyone being here. If you're watching in the Twitch chat, you make sure to follow if you want to see more of this. I'm planning. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to play some more of this with everybody. Follow, turn on your notifications if you want to see when I'm live. I usually go live on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. Check out my YouTube. Check out my TikTok. Thank you, Lofi, for following. I appreciate everybody, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey, chat! I'm trying to shout you guys out, brother. Why you? Oh my God! You guys have a good night, dude.
This guy stinks.
You guys have a good night.
Later, dude.
Later, everybody.
Bye. Night.